Welcome to Cooking with Kay. It's Meat Week, and this week's recipe comes to us from Real Simple. So we're doing a Is It Really Simple recipe. As you know, Real Simple is one of my favorite magazines, and every now and then I'll test it to make sure it's really as easy as they say it is. So far, we did one with the Havarti back in the day. You can go through the videos over there and look for Havarti stuffed chicken. That was magnifique. So this week we're doing my take on the meat in 3. So this is this month's Really Simple, and as you can see, it's the October 10 issue. It's out on newsstands now. And they have here easy dinners for the entire month. Well, I'm taking one day out of that month and doing the recipe on page 246. I'm going to turn to that, and it's page 246, and it's supposed to be a Tuesday meal, but as you know, I cook for the entire week, so we'll be having this Monday through Friday for lunch. So it's lamb meatballs with couscous and feta. Now, couscous is a small grain. You can just usually fluff it up with some hot water, but I am using pearl couscous because I enjoy the flavor of that. It tastes a little bit more like a pasta to me. And, you know, if you don't care for lamb, which I care for lamb a great deal, if you don't care for lamb, you can also do it with beef. So that's what we're doing today. I'm going to show you our ingredients. Let's get started. So I have 2 pounds of lamb, ground lamb, and in that lamb I'm going to put in a half a cup of chopped dried apricots and 1/2 a cup of finely chopped red onion, 1 tablespoon of ground coriander, and pepper and kosher salt to taste, okay? So that's what's going into my lamb meatballs over here. So I have some things over here too. So we have that's my meat. And so now we're looking at our 3. So here's the couscous that I was talking about. You see, it looks just like what it's called, pearls. So that's going to cook like a pasta, okay? And then we also have over here a little side salad, if you will, of tomatoes, cucumbers, chopped cucumbers, well, sliced cucumbers, and with the other half of that red onion, I've just sliced it. Now I'm going to make a dressing for my couscous, and I have here about the juice of about 4 lemons, and then I'm going to have about 3 tablespoons of olive oil to make dressing. Maybe a little bit more. We'll see how that goes. And of course, that dressing is going to be flavored with the salt and pepper. So before we get started on making our meatballs, I'm going to turn on my broiler on my oven and get my water ready so it's boiling by the time these go in. The key is to get everything as close to done as possible. So I'm going to put my water on high, and my broiler's already ready. So I'm going to wash my hands, and then we'll get started making our meatballs. So exciting. This is the first time I've ever made lamb. Now, I like lamb a lot, but I've never made it before. I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know why. So when you're making meat or working with ground meat, the best tools are your hands. So I'm just going to dump everything in here, really. There go my apricots and my onion, my coriander, and my pepper. I like pepper. And my kosher salt. Alright, so I'm just going to mix that up with my hands. Ooh, that sounds like crazy bodily functions, but we're not going to worry about that right now, right? So, that smells good. That coriander really is just yummy. So I'm just going to mix this in, and when we come back, we'll start making the meatballs. I'll be right back. Welcome back, you guys. So I'm already started my couscous in the time that it took me to get everything set up and mix my meat and everything. My water was ready for the couscous, so that's cooking according to the package directions. So you do the same for your couscous and your pearl couscous. I'm making pearl couscous, and I've already made most of my meatballs, which I'm doing right now. There's a pan over here, and this is my second pan. And basically what I'm doing is, you know, I mixed it up with my hands, the mixture with the apricots and the onions and the coriander and the salt and the pepper. And I'm just taking a household spoon to just dole out my meat. This is my lamb, my ground lamb, and of course you can use beef if you want to, if you don't care for the lamb. And I'm just rolling them up into small balls, and I'm going to put them in my broiler. So these are only going to take about 5 or 6 minutes to make, maybe 6 to 8 minutes to cook through, because they're going in a broiler. So that's what we're doing. I'm just going to do that. You know, I call this my little take on the meat and three. I don't know if you guys are familiar with what a meat and three is, but down south that's just a restaurant. Usually, you know, you're on the go during your lunch hour or something like that, and they have a meat and three menu. And it is exactly what it sounds like. You know, you get your meat, and there's going to be like a selection of meats that you choose from, and then you get 3 vegetables on the side, and it usually comes with some bread like cornbread or white rolls or something like that. So this is my take on a meat and three. You probably won't see this in my favorite meat and three. I'm from South Carolina, and there's this place called Lizard's Thicket. It may or may not be my favorite meat and three in the South. And they always used to have, when I go there, I usually would get okra and tomatoes, sweet potatoes, and sometimes cabbage. So I would sometimes get cabbage, and then my favorite meat would be the fried flounder. And I always chose, when they asked if you want cornbread or rolls, I always get the cornbread. And it's just so yummy. So maybe you can tell me what your favorite meat and three is, if you have a favorite in your neck of the woods. So these are almost done. I have about 2 or 3 more meatballs to make. And when we come back, these will be in the oven, and we'll get started on our couscous. What we're going to do, we're going to do something special with that couscous to give it some flavor. So these are going to go in the oven, and I'll see you back in a moment.
Is it gonna be a negative, or how am I gonna live my life?